Wait! Where are you going? I got a great story to...
Oh, what's wrong, Adam?
Huh? Oh, nothing, Rune. Nothing.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
No, I don't want it. It's silly.
Tell me.
I just want to spread the story of my idol, the great Eron, to others, but no one wants to listen.
That makes sense.
I just wish there was a way that I could reach a bunch of people at once and...
What if I told you there actually was a way to reach a bunch of people at once?
There is?
Yeah. It's called a podcast.
Yeah, I don't know about a podcast, okay? I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, how do you record an episode? How do I get my show on all the apps that people listen to? And if you're helping, there's definitely going to be a charge. How do I make money from my podcast?
Oh, that's actually the easy bit. It's called Anchor. You see, Anchor's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. Even you can master it, telling the difference between a long bow and a long sword. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this here ad.
Really? Wow. Being a sellout must be fun.
It's fantastic.
How do I get started?
You just go to anchor.fm/start. Easy peasy, dragon squeezy.
Nothing simple about squeezing a dragon.
That's just my name from my... Never mind. Just go to Anchor to create your podcast about the great Eron. I'm sure people will love it.
Will you subscribe to it, Rune?
No.
Wait, Rune? Where are you going?
Hello everyone, it's Aaron, your friend, your Goliath hero, and your favorite nerd. I have a few announcements before we get into the show. First, if you like what you hear and you want to help us create more and more often, be sure to head over to our Patreon page. Right now, everyone volunteers their time, and I would love nothing more than to pay them. With your help, we can actually make that happen. We also currently have a Patreon promotion going on where when you become a patron, you automatically get bumped up to the next level. In other words, a $1 donor gets the $5 rewards, a $5 donor gets the $10 rewards, and so on. This will be happening until the end of February, so be sure to sign up very quick. Secondly, we appreciate all the love and support we have received from you, and we ask that you continue that by sharing. Share our podcast, share our studio name, share our Patreon, share everything you can about us. We grow best by word of mouth, so you sharing us is the quickest way to our success. And don't forget that if you use the hashtag Tenno Way when sharing, you're automatically entered for a chance to voice a character on one of our episodes. Continuation of our house notes from the last podcast. Just a reminder that I know this one sounds a little weird in the cuts. We recorded the whole gameplay in one chunk and didn't do our normal episode break. So I have selected some what I think are good points to break at, and you will get Rune or some other version like episode recaps, kind of doing the intros and outros of the show. Matter of fact, we're going to try something very different with this one. And who knows, maybe you prefer that. If you do, make sure you let us know. Also, we want to know who would be interested in us live streaming on Twitch when we play and record. So let us know that too in the comments. We really appreciate any feedback you have. Finally, don't forget, if you have fan art, questions, concerns, etc., hit us up at our email, vs.valleystudios@gmail.com, or on Twitter at Valley Studios, or Facebook at Valley Studios Entertains. We would love to hear from you. Now, sit back, relax, and pull a chair up to the table. Daniel, hey,
Yeah.
I'll give you free gold if you go up there right behind Adam and you steal the woman from him.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you like the way I handled the instrument, how'd you like to?
I walk up and I cut him off mid-sentence. I'm like, hey, why would you go with him when you can be with a real man?
Step off, Daniel.
The woman walks up to you, Daniel, and she says, well, I could head to your room and we could have a little fun.
Bitch.
Oh, huh. I do need to get some supplies from the closet. Could you come help me, good Adam?
Hey, Daniel, you definitely lost.
There's this very large man, easily 6 foot tall, and he's got some satchels around his waist with some papers hanging out of it, and it looks like there might be some weapons in there. He sees your table, and starts to walk towards you. I do have something that I do need some assistance with, and if you are interested, I can tell you this tale and then let you know what I might be able to pay you if you're willing to take this this quest.
Hey, Lhaeo,
Yes.
who are you?
Everybody, roll initiative.
Let me give you a brief information, being that you are new to the area.
Please.
So, I am Lhaeo, scribe of Wilhelm of New Conyberry, the great wizard.
Well, with a name like Wilhelm, he better be great.
Yeah, he is very great. In fact, right now he is out researching some of the spells that he has been working on, trying to adapt and change, because every mage wants to leave his name on the mark of wizardry.
Oh.
So, as I've told you a little about myself, being that I am a scribe, and if you want to get to Wilhelm, you must set up something with me in order to try to get to meet with him. Can you all tell me a little about yourselves?
Yeah, sure. My name is, well, my friends call me Rune. My name's Uvolta Tuliaga, but we're not friends yet, are we, Lhaeo?
I would consider you a friend.
Oh, do you call me
because
Rune then? Yeah.
we are sharing drinks and food and happy times.
Fair enough. Yeah. So they call me Rune on account of the runes on my arms.
When you do that, do you show him the runes?
Yeah, I mean, I just quickly, just like, because my hands are up on the table with my drink and stuff, so yeah, I mean, I just kind of like glance-y.
Okay, so with a very, very quick hand, you can roll a dexterity to try to get your hand away, but like his two hands come up very quickly to kind of put his hands on your hand as he sees the runes on your arms. Okay. He touches, and then you're able to pull your hand away very quickly, and he's like, "Those are amazing. Do you know what those are?"
The runes already told you that.
Those are ancient runes. Like, is that something from your clan?
You could say that, yeah, like a parting gift. We could. Why don't you and I talk about this in private later, since it's not what we're here about right now. Yeah.
I like, you have piqued my interest very much, sir.
Oh boy.
Well, thank you. I am quite handsome.
Before I introduce myself, I'm gonna roll an insight check to be sure whether or not I can even trust this guy.
Okay.
He just randomly walked up, and
while he does that, I'm gonna keep going. Right here, the silver lady.
16.
Her name is Agentum.
He seems to be straightforward.
Okay. Still gonna be a little. Well.
Yeah, no, like, he seems to be very straightforward. Maybe even to the extent to a bit naive, but
Okay.
like, he does not seem like he's hiding anything from you.
My name is Eminor.
Well, he interrupts me.
What?
I said this lady right here is Agentum, and he goes, "My name is Aminor." Oh, okay.
Seems to be fine.
He's hitting par for the course on this.
Wow. I am Adam Goodbody.
Hello.
Hello.
And then
He's done with the introductions, Adam. Nigel Birtwhistle at your service. Let me ask you a question, Lhaeo. Are you any sort of murderer, convict, thief, sexual deviant, or buffoon?
Yeah, because we already got Aminor in our group, and he's all of those.
Oh my gosh, no.
Then you are at the wrong
talk, rude.
Then you are at the wrong table.
I give Brune a high five.
And for the first time of the night that he's been at your table, he gets just a little less of a smile on his face, takes a big drink from his mug, puts it down on the table and says,
That was a joke. You can laugh.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Oh, well, Nigel, you are very funny.
I know.
Wow.
I believe. Yes.
What, you believe he's funny? I mean, does he look like a clown to you? I mean, wow.
Oh, damn it, Adam. Nobody's going to get that reference. That movie won't be made for thousands of years.
Yeah, I know. What's a movie?
That's a good question.
Sitting there, he's being real quiet. He's what I like to call our edge bro, is Daniel.
Wait, Daniel's been here the whole time?
Yeah, he's real edgy.
He's sitting right there.
He is? I thought he went to go steal Adam's
He's so...
thing.
You just seem to always miss Daniel every time, even he's right next to you.
Nigel rubs his temples and addresses the waitress. Keep him coming!
I'll keep her coming, I'll tell you what.
That out.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Oh, good lord.
Welcome to the party.
Pretty sure the party already
That's
happened.
everyone. That's all of us.
So Lhaeo takes another drink. Well, this is a very versatile group of people. So
one way of putting it, yeah.
He looks around and as the people are eating and it's like, so I have something that occurred that I would like to talk to you about to see if you would be willing to maybe take this on as a quest. Something very, very important happened, and I believe, based upon what Butcher told me on your group's ability and how well you are with working together, from what he explained, you should be able to achieve the end goal. And if you are willing to do this, it can not only greatly help our area, but it could possibly help someone reclaim their homeland away from the evil Zentarum.
Zentera?
Zentarum.
Zentarum.
Yes. And starting from right now, everything that I talked to you about, we really don't want to be sharing with large amounts of other people. I wouldn't normally have talked with you in public about this if I didn't know every single person in this room personally, and trust that anything that they might accidentally overhear, they would not repeat it to someone else.
Do I know anything about Zentarum? Have I heard anything about them in my travels?
You very well could have. Give me a either a history or let's see what other one it could possibly be.
I'm gonna roll 2 because I don't see if that's
actually, it would just be history.
Okay.
Can I roll to see if that's also something?
19.
Yes.
Okay. I would give you a D10, correct?
No, D20 for a history roll.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Oh, straight.
Jeez.
Nice, nat 20.
Agentum, could you give me a roll too?
I'd say because almost every single one of us has a background where we were all like travelers and would be
Right.
Nope, I do not.
Which ability am I on?
History.
Agentum. Yeah, no,
It's under skills.
Agentum could roll religion or history.
Skill.
Well,
am
I
I
have
able to roll
religion.
religion?
Yeah, not you. Yours is a little different. Hers has to do with their background.
Oh, gotcha.
Don't forget, I'm a noble, Dion.
How do I
What?
roll religion?
I said, don't forget.
So go over to skills.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to your religion.
Yeah. Oh,
and
there's
then
the die. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Click on the die.
Nah, don't forget, I'm a noble.
Did it take? It didn't take, did it?
You have to
It
double
did
click
not.
it.
Just double click it or drag it over to the box.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
dang it! That's a lot less than the first time I rolled.
It's a 1.
Tanner, I'm not based upon it because of what your history is. It would not affect your noble stuff. But Adam.
Yes.
And
Imanor. And roll a 19.
Yep, and Emador. The two of you have heard of the Zentarum. They are a very unpleasant, evil organization that is like they are dictators, take over cities. They start like running like black market trades and stuff like that. Anything
Underworld type stuff.
Like,
yes.
Sex trafficking, shit, all that like that.
Yeah. Literally.
Do I have a personal history with them, given my background?
You do not have a personal history with them, but you have run into them. You've never worked for them, but you have ran into them.
I'm taking this is something that was.
That's bad news. It's
That's
really bad news, guys.
Adam,
Yes.
roll a d10. Roll a d10.
Okay.
That's for the book of Aaron.
Hey!
That's a D12 year old, not a D10.
Yeah,
that's a
actually
D12.
a D12. Yeah, that's a D12.
Sorry.
D10's the middle one.
All right.
Yeah,
Did it work?
There you go. 4.
There it is.
Nope.
Oof.
Okay.
Can I just pick the 20 that I wrote? Can I?
You do.
No, you rolled a D10.
You've reacted. You've heard of them before from when you lived before you left your town, but you've never met them. But you know they are generally worshippers of a specific god. Adam, you know that it is usually Cyric is the name of the god. So if you want to put that down in your notes section or something like that, Cyric, C-Y. Hold on, let me type it up. I always have to.
Is it R-I-C or R-I-K?
R-I-C.
Okay.
We're in the notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
you both know that they're generally followers of Cyric.
S-R-Y-E-C-K?
No E-I. It's C...
Y.
Excuse me. C-Y-R-I-C.
Okay. The god of evil?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, so what do you say after he mentions that, Amonor? Like you had said something about it.
That's these guys are bad news. We may not want to get involved here.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Oh my god.
That said, I do want to hear him out because if there's anything we can do to shut them down, they're really, really bad news. We got to be careful here.
They worship the god Cyric, who's nothing but pure evil. I'll tell you this, lads. I want nothing to do with this band of I want nothing to do with them.
Whoa.
I worship that god too.
If we've got a chance to stop
wait.
some evil people, we
sorry,
need to
stop.
take it.
Hang on, Eamon. I'm sorry. Daniel, what'd you say?
Nothing.
No. Did you just say you worship Cyric too?
That's what I heard.
Really?
Yeah, I was saying we can't breeze past this one. All right, Daniel.
No, it's not going to be something we can let go, Daniel.
Oh, he's gonna kill us.
I'd like to insight check Daniel.
Yep, do it. Daniel, I need you to roll. If you're going to try to be deceptive or anything, I need you to roll that right now.
Nope, I'm just being funny.
Okay.
Somebody check to make sure that he's just being funny.
Yeah, he's being all good and amusing.
Oh, okay. That had me worried there for a bit.
This is
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
joking, laughing matter.
Let's
These guys
not
are-
joke about these things. Sirik is really bad news, Daniel.
Agentum, I need you to roll, as they're describing Sirik, I need you to make another religion check.
Yeah, that was there.
Oh wait, double click. Aha.
Yeah. Okay.
Better.
So, you do know that your temple, before it was razed and destroyed, was at war with a group of Zentarum. And they were the followers of Sirik that you guys were fighting. They are what helped with facilitating the destruction of your temple.
Oh.
So, given that this is a evil deity we're dealing with, do you know anything about this, Agentum?
How much do I know of this?
Roll an insight.
You know, well, but for her, hers is a religious reference, and what she remembers for what she interacted with when she was in her temple. That you know, that, like everything that they said is right, and you know that is evil. You know a little about the base knowledge of the Siricist religion, but the biggest thing is they were part of the group that was fighting and just like in facilitating destroying your temple.
Okay.
So that's
what
kind of
I'm
what
just-
she's going to tell you. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she's going to tell you.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, that's okay. Like this is something that we didn't really get to go over deeply, mainly because
Remind
of
me again who your deity is, Agentum.
Oh, Lathander. He's the god of birth and renewal, and we were at war with the people who follow Zentarum. Who follows Syriac, the Zentarum, who follows Syriac, the god of evil, who probably destroyed my temple.
It's rebirth and
like light and stuff like that. Yeah,
light and all the good, or that which is considered to be good.
Yeah, she was the one that we saw her thing on at the shrine.
That's a really vague thing to be the god of.
Well, I mean,
it
that
is.
god of that which is considered to be good.
Well, he's a good deity,
Okay.
but his main dogma is about like life and rebirth and like the cycle of life.
So you know, typical.
He's one of
good
the
guy.
sun gods.
Okay.
Yes. So as you guys are talking more about the Zentarum, and he kind of like Lhaeo is going over information with you as you guys are talking. That there's less and less people throughout the night. Some of them are leaving and coming and going and eating and he's like, so here's the main thing. And he stands up and starts sliding the empty bowls of food outside from the table. And he sits down and starts pulling things out of his pouch as he's talking. About 3 weeks ago, a group of warriors led by Adleran Morn. He is the individual that is the rightful ruler of the Shadow Morn. They were attacked leaving this temple. It's Shraven, and he is a long dead Netheril wizard who believed in life and was a great wizard of his time. Now, everybody can make a knowledge arcana or a knowledge history roll, whichever's higher, to see if you know who Shraven is.
Let's see. Really? Fucking A.
Wait, knowledge arcana.
Oh, no,
That's a 15 for me.
Did mine not take?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's there.
So,
I got an 8.
Nigel and Amanur, you both know that he is a Netherese wizard who was a very, very well-known weapons mage, and that was what he specialized in, creating, enchanting magical weapons, and he has many, many like legendary items that are all throughout the Forgotten Realms. Agentum, you'll know a little bit about that too. It's just that Nigel got a 15 and Amanur actually both got above a 15. But yours is more of a little bit of a tertiary knowledge, not direct knowledge like what they're going to have. Mm-hmm. So now, he was a very good wizard who served the realms back in the late 900s. And by all reports, he was a very wise and just, and he created some of the most unique and powerful items of the era. And according to the legend, Shraven created the most powerful weapon, and he called it the Sword of the Realm. And just before his death, it was believed that he took that sword and had it placed in his tomb with him, waiting for the true person that of good and beacon to wield this weapon and kind of unite the realm. Now, many people have been looking for his tombs for over the century, and they have not been able to find it.
Good. Let him be rotting for all of eternity.
Well, he's a very, very good man.
You talk, Adam. You want what was his name? Shraven to rot for all of eternity.
Wait, hold on. Was he not a follower?
Yeah.
No, he was not.
No, he was not. He is a good wizard from the Nether Realms, which is very, very long ago.
Oh, well, never mind. All right, well, sorry, I strike my statement.
So what does Shraven have to do with the Zentarum? Are they after the sword?
They have been looking for the weapon, much like we have been, and so many others have looked for his tomb and the weapon.
Well, we got to stop him.
Yeah, last thing we need is
find a sword first.
But hold on. You said the sword was waiting for someone pure of heart, correct?
Yes. Someone good that can wield it.
Someone who serves the god of evil going to even be able to wield it?
I don't know their intentions for the weapon, but I would rather have someone worthy of using the weapon have it than potentially someone have it that isn't worthy and even just hide it and put it somewhere where they could keep it from someone wielding this great weapon for
So you
good.
came all the way in here to find me to wield this sword? That is so sweet of you.
Oh, in your dreams.
That's
I'm obviously the
understandable.
only one at this table capable of wielding this sword.
Excuse me, what?
What?
Shouldn't you be trying to cop free drinks at the bar?
Okay, I was just trying to save us a little bit of money.
Don't worry. I already saved us money. You should probably go get our next round of drinks. And we obviously, Lhaeo needs to tell me where I could start searching for the sword that's waiting for me.
Hold on. Shouldn't the two people who have prior knowledge of this cult that he is talking about be here to continue this discussion?
I agree.
Our Gentum's here.
Yeah.
A gentleman has almost no prior knowledge.
And Nigel's here.
Nigel has no prior knowledge.
Who was the two people who had prior knowledge?
Me and Amanor.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, the way I
go
see
get the
it,
drinks
any knowledge
room.
we need of this cult comes from the guy that's telling us about what he wants us to do. That's where I'm going to get my knowledge.
Yeah, he's educating us. You guys already got the knowledge. Go get some drinks.
So where is my sword?
Well,
It's on your hip.
so it is quite a ride away. We are looking at possibly a good 10-day to get to where we believe it's at. Let me continue my story before I give you more information about the exact location. because some of this is relevant to what you might choose to do. So a little information about the sword, what I've been able to ascertain from my books and history. I believe the sword can unlock chains and manacles by simply wielding it, holding onto it, and saying the word Nethro. And when you say that, it will unlock your bonds or chains and manacles. And it also, I believe, will allow you to either like breathe underwater or walk on water. I couldn't tell because some of the words that were in the book were very, very old and kind of smudged a little. And I couldn't exactly read it. But I know when you wield it and you are in water, something positive, something good can happen. And other than that, I know that those two powers are all that I've been able to open up and find out. I'm going to continue to research, but this has been very, very painstaking. I've had to try to use many of my contacts through Wilhelm in order to try to get books here in order for me to research this, because like Shraven has been all over the Forgotten Realms and trying to find some of this information about this great sword. Some of it's been misleading, and I'm trying to work on the best that I can. He takes a large drink from his mug.
Lhaeo.
Now, yes.
When you say great sword, are we saying like it's great sword, like, hey, it's really cool, it's really great, or is it great sword, like it's a big fucking sword?
It's as in a really good sword. Not a large, great sword for your mighty hands, sir, but just a really good sword. I believe it to be a long sword.
Well, that counts me out.
So,
now,
Lhaeo, is it?
Yes.
How long have you been researching this?
The last 3 weeks, ever since Alderon's, one of his men, made it back here from the incident that occurred, which I want to continue on my story, because this is all very important for you to know, because Alderon, I believe he must have gotten to the sword, because it would have helped him recover and regain the rulership of the Shadowmourne lands. And when he was traveling, his associate Atrion, he was the one who survived and made it back to my home. Well, not my home, Wilhelm home, and gave me this information that they were coming out of the temple and a huge horde of undead attacked them. And the Zentarum also were trying to fight them off as well. And they, when they were fighting them off, Alderon was trying to use the sword in order to do this. And as he was just decimating the ranks of the undead. But the Zentarum, they had overtaken and pushed us back, well, most of them back into the temple. But Atrion was able to escape and head towards New Conyberry to give this information to us.
So the Zentarum and Alderon's people were fighting the undead horde, or the Zentarum were controlling the undead?
That I am not for certain, because he did not know exactly what was occurring.
So he was with Alderon, who had the sword in hand.
Yes.
And he didn't think to get the sword when Alderon fell.
Well, he said they separated because Alderon told him to run to New Conyberry to try to get the assistance of Wilhelm, while he tried to maintain control and try to be able to protect the sword away from the Zentarum and the undead hordes.
Sounds fishy.
And it gets worse, because as he was fighting the Zentarum and the undeads, this odd emerald light struck Alderaan right to the ground, and Atreon said it looked like he was still breathing, but he didn't move after that. And Atreon just continued to rush back to New Conyberry, because he knew there was no way that he would be able to fight off the rest of the Zentarum group and get to the sword before they would come in and just kill him. So when he returned to my abode with this information, he did have some items with him that I can help you with. I can give you some healing potions. I am able to give you one for each of you.
Okay.
And this is only if you are going to end up taking this quest.
So what exactly is the quest? Like, what you want us to go collect the sword, bring it back to you? You want us to put the sword back in its tomb?
So we're not at all worried about Alderaan then?
Well, I think you're going to be able to find out more information about what happened to Alderaan if you go to the temple, or go to the tomb.
Now, how do we know that you're not going to do anything with the sword once you get it? How do we know? How do we know where your origins lie?
Well, I have no intention of using the sword for evil. I would prefer to get it to Alderaan. So, if he's still alive, I would prefer him to get it so he could regain control of the Shadowmourne lands, and be. He's a very good man. And I believe he would be a good ruler of those lands.
Insight check? In as much as we know. Okay.
Yep, insight.
My insight checks are crap today.
Yeah, no, you believe he is coming straight forward to you. He is not trying to, he's not trying to hide or do anything underhanded or anything like that.
I would take this quest to make sure that to hand deliver the sword to Aminor himself.
Wait,
to me?
Aminor? Why would you give the sword to Aminor?
Or Alderaan, excuse me. Pardon me. If I took this quest, I would want to make sure that Alderaan gets the sword himself. I don't want any third-party delivery men who say that they're going to get the sword and then something happened to him.
And plus, with
you don't even know who Alderaan is. If you can't trust this man, why can you trust him?
But we do know that the Zentarum want the sword, and the last thing we need is the Zentarum getting a powerful weapon.
Why? What's powerful about it? It does what a lockpick does, and it makes you feel happy if you take a bath with it. How can you control the world with this sword?
Do I know anything at all legend-wise about the Sword of the Realm?
Give me a knowledge arcana or a history, whichever's higher.
Well, they're both the same, so.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to give you one too.
14.
19.
Okay, so you have heard of that it was a sword that was created many, many, many years ago that was used to help unite multiple kingdoms, and they used it to create prosperity throughout it.
Yeah, what the DM said.
So all we know right now is that it was used to... All I know is that it was used to unite a kingdom. So anything that was used to unite a kingdom must have at least some level of worth to it.
It was one of the most powerful, most amazing swords ever forged in this land. And if the Centurion...
I can't actually agree with that. The only information I have is that it was used to...
Well, I have more knowledge, so... It was one of the most powerful swords created in this land. And at the same time, yes.
My thought in this, and what I can give to you is, I can give you the potions that I mentioned, and I can even give the weapon, the magical weapon that Atrion brought back from the temple to use. And I can give you a promissory. Upon the completion of this, I will be able to give you each a small area of land outside of New Conyberry. I can give you these items and then give you all a promise of a small amount of land that you could use to, farm or turn into a special, like a home. That would be all I'd be able to give you upon completion of this quest. Well, the land would be at the completion, but I would give you the potions and the magical longsword right now. Now I can give you a relative location.
Well, let me do this real quickly. Cause see, here's the thing: we all kind of got banded together to bring a caravan here. What is everyone's plans following tonight since we got the caravan here? I personally am up for just about anything. I'm always into going into ancient tombs and looking up fun history and things like that.
I had planned to leave you all as soon as possible.
Wow.
So, is that, you want to go with us then?
Okay, let's connect these dots. How did you glean from what I just... You know what? Sure!
Alright, he's going with us. Yeah, Nigel's in.
I don't mind going either. It's probably a good thing given that Zentarum is involved, and I don't want them doing anything untoward, so I would be good to go. Although I may have to make a quick trip back here at some point, or we may have to wait a little bit because I do have a couple special daggers on order.
He did specifically say if we complete this, he's giving us land here. So
it would be nice.
Yes.
Now, is this just solid land that we can do whatever we want? Or does it already have structures on it? Or
it does not. It is land that you can do with what you want. There's no structures on it. It's going to be outside of the town, so it's not directly in the town. So you have some leeway that you don't have to worry about with others.
That's good to know.
What about you, Argy? How you feel? You wanna go on one more grand adventure with me?
Oh, I think it sounds like fun.
Daniel. Yeah, that is yes. I mean, that is like he's an enthusiastic yes with that one right there.
So, all in favor of taking the quest?
Yeah, no, I think we're in.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I am intrigued. What the incentive for this is that we're going to become neighbors after this?
Well, that's very well known.
Built right
That's a pretty good incentive, Nigel.
Well, we really don't want it. We can resell the land.
Is it really?
Yes.
Coming from someone that said he was good enough to use the sword, asking for a reward just for turning it back to its owner seems a little iffy.
I am not convinced either.
Where you fell apart is I did not ask for a reward, and I certainly didn't ask to become neighbors with all of you.
Well, I can tell you right now, it will also increase the fact that you're renowned within the area. Even as far west as Neverwinter will probably hear the tales if you are able to succeed in this quest.
Look,
because this is not a small task that you are being asked.
Yes, I understand. I don't need your money. I don't necessarily need your land. I am intrigued enough to pursue this, but you are either sending us in with not enough information, or you know more than you're letting on.
Oh, I have more to the story. I am giving you the information and letting you talk. I know if you are not interested in the land, maybe I could even schedule a time for you to meet with the great Wilhelm, and maybe he could kind of work with you on that. I mean, you seem that you might like to be magically informed, and he could potentially help you with working on some of those skill sets. There's a lot of things that could be done here if you do not want the land, and I understand that.
So it seems to me the important part right now, Nigel, is that we deal with the threat first. We can deal with any land disputes or reward things after we've taken this sword out of Zentarim's hands.
Well, if it's for a good cause, why not?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Do I not get to say?
No.
I'm not so sure.
Adam?
We're dealing with forces that are like way beyond a caravan.
Adam?
Yes.
You're going. I will carry you like a sack of potatoes, and there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Rune.
Yeah.
I've never dealt with a force like this before. The Centennium are nothing to be messed with.
I know.
Oh, please, you haven't dealt with a force like you dealt with 20 minutes ago.
I don't know.
He like Lhaeo looks directly at you, Adam, and he says, "All great adventures starts with a single step. And if you are to carve your name out in this world, hiding back from potential difficulties is never going to create this great name that you want to, or you believe you deserve to have out there. Starting with this, and starting with this, it could greatly improve any reputation that you are wishing to put out there."
Well, I did
ask yourself this question, Adam. What would Aaron do? WWED.
Lhaeo stops and he says, "Oh,
Aaron
the great Aaron."
Yes,
Yeah.
he's quite the biggest. He's quite a huge fan of Aaron.
Oh, that would make sense. That would make lots of sense.
Why? What do you mean?
I have met the great Aaron.
You've met the great Aaron?
It was many, many years ago, but yes, I met the great Aaron.
You mean he was real? Oh my gosh! What was he like? You need to tell me about him. I have his tomes.
He was great.
And
I know that. What else?
I do believe if you are trying to follow in the steps of the great Aaron, a mighty, honorable quest like this would be something that he would have done in a heart. But I can only speak from my knowledge of the great man. I cannot speak for you.
Well, if it was good enough for the great Aaron, I suppose it's good enough for me. All right.
Oh, well, I think it's fantastic that you think you're on such a level that you deserve what an epic hero deserves.
Right,
hey, he just got confirmation that his hero was actually real. So, cut him some slack here, Rim.
All right. It is pretty exciting for you, isn't it?
Yes.
So he, Lhaeo puts down on the table and rolls out this map, which you guys have had before, but he rolls this map out and he points to New Conyberry and he says, "We are currently here. It is about a 10-day ride all the way to near the Butterskull Ranch. it's going to be a little bit on the long road. So you would take the entire tri-board trail to the long road, which is the one with the dashed lines right by the Butterskull Ranch. And there, you should be able to find what'll look like a cave from a distance, but the hills have shifted because of some of the rocks, and that was how Adlaran found the tomb, and that's how you're going to be able to look for it. I have not been there. I have not tried to scry to it because I've been trying to do so much research, finding the information I could about Shraven and this magical weapon. But with this knowledge, you should be able to find it. The road is not going to be easy. It is going to be very difficult because you are traveling, along the Sword Hills or the Sword Mountains and Neverwinter Woods, which can be fairly dangerous.
So are we traveling north or south on the long road?
You are going to be more like a northeast, because the long road. Yes, you'll head a little north because you'll travel along Tri-Board Trail, and when you get to Butterskull Ranch, you would head north.
Would we be able to pick up supplies in Conyberry?
No, that is old Conyberry. That's a long story for that. I can tell you about after we finish talking about this, but there is not any people in Conyberry.
Huh.
What is there in Conyberry?
I can talk to you about it after we finish talking about this quest that I would love for you to. Sounds like you guys are going to take.
Well, this helps a lot as well because I actually need to go that way for some star metal for Ballad. Because
well,
you guys don't know this, but I took a job from Ballad in exchange for him making my daggers. So.
Oh, cool. And what are you giving us?
Are you talking to Amanur?
Yeah, I'm asking Amanur.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
What do you mean? What am I giving you?
Obviously, you were going to take me on this grand adventure for star metal.
Well, what about the privilege of my companionship and some lovely battle experience?
Yeah, it's gonna.
I'll do a lot of battle experience. I'm not as fond on your companionship.
Oh, don't worry, we'll change that.
Well, that was creepy.
I feel like you should be winking at me.
Oh, I did.
Lhaeo reaches in a satchel and he pulls out the sword. Pulls out a sword with a scabbard, slides it out of the scabbard, sets it down on the table, takes a small utensil and starts pointing at the runes on the blade. He's like, as you can see, this is only lightly enchanted, and it isn't going to be nearly as powerful as the Sword of the Realms, but it should be very helpful for whoever is going to wield it. Now, hopefully both the Sword of the Realms and Adlaran Morn are still within the tomb. But it is definitely imperative that you get to this tomb before the Zentarum troops are able to get back and with their numbers and actually try to clear the tomb out themselves. He puts the potion out and hold on, let me grab this. And he puts it out for you guys to actually grab a hold of. Let me find. Heck, does that go? All right, so man, I can't find where to put the parcels out, but there are 5 potions of healing.
I take one.
That he will be able to share with you.
I'll take one.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Yeah, I'll take
There
one.
we go. Yeah. It should be under the party sheet. You should be able to look at it.
In the party sheet? Where's the party sheet?
Up in the upper right hand.
Calendar.
Oh, there it is. Awesome.
Effects. You see it?
Options. Combat tracker? No, I don't see it.
It's top. It's the very, very top right. The three.
I don't. What?
Yeah, right next to the combat tracker.
Colors?
So it's very top right.
Oh, there. Well, the very top right for me is colors, and I see it now. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, it should be like an italicized lowercase I and then 3.
Combat
yeah.
tracker.
All right. So how do I pick this up?
So you just drag one of those, one of the dragon heads, and put it to your character sheet.
Oh, what's this enchanted
there we go.
longsword do? Do you know?
It will. Longsword.
The longsword, that one will give you a bonus to your hit and damage. Does it not say longsword +1 longsword in there?
Just says
refined longsword.
All right. Who among us is proficient with longswords?
That would be me.
And
Just
me.
about anybody.
And Nigel, are you proficient with longswords or no? No, yours is rapiers, right?
I say we be fair and we arm wrestle for it.
Well,
let's do
you
it.
try.
If it's
You
considered
try
a
to
simple
steal my
weapon.
wedge, so you're already disqualified as far as I'm concerned.
Don't make me kill you.
I'd like to see you try.
Oi. I think he's onto something. Let's go ahead and sit.
I would
down and
like
have a
that
good
too,
arm
actually. I would like to see you try that.
What?
One quick question, Lhaeo, or Dion, actually.
Yeah.
Would this be the longsword would end up being a strength-based weapon, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I don't want it. I need finesse weapons.
Oi, Adam, you want to arm wrestle for the longsword then?
Who is Alexander Lex Vanderbilt, Dion?
He's an NPC.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's an NPC. Yeah, like I made him because you will run into him later, but like I've been slowly making more characters.
Are we doing this, Adam? Come on, get your hand up here. Let's do it.
2 gold on the on Daniel.
Wait, Daniel's arm wrestling too?
Yeah.
I thought it was between Daniel and Adam.
Oh no, I'm arm wrestling too. I want in.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Daniel.
I got 5 gold on Rune here.
Was it straight strength check?
Is it strength or is it athletics?
It would
Should
be
be strength.
if you have athletics, it's athletics. But if you don't, it's just straight strength.
And arm wrestle is athletics?
Yes. It's an athletic activity. Like it's the same thing as like trying to run or jump or like it's a physical activity.
All right,
Okay.
ready? Set. Let's go.
Oh no!
I break his arm.
I was gonna have multiple rolls, but like as you say, ready, go. Daniel just goes, "Hada!" and just slams Room Hand right down on the table.
I do have to ask.
Not as much as your pocketbook, Nigel. Come
Yeah. I flip 5 gold to Nigel.
All right, Daniel, let's go. Ready?
10 gold on Daniel.
I cast Mage Hand.
What? What do you say?
I'm going to stay away from this.
Okay.
What do you say?
Daniel.
What do you do?
No, he cast Mage Hand. Roll, Adam.
What's Mage Hand?
Just roll, Adam.
Just roll.
Roll your athletics.
Ooh!
I need you to both make another roll as you're both trying to fight back and forth, and Daniel, your hand is about probably halfway down to touching the actual
Remember to
table.
call out your rolls, guys.
Oh, 23.
We're on audio.
All right, got a
10.
23.
Second roll is a 15.
Second roll is a 22.
And Daniel's hand gets smashed down right on the table, with Adam Goodbody winning.
Good job, Adam.
Thank you.
Where was my mage hand on that one?
I will take
that was with the mage hand. It only can do 5 pounds. That's it.
That's
And
how big we sound.
Hey, Adam, I'll need to feel better about myself. Can I arm wrestle you?
no. Sorry, guys.
I don't even want the sword. I just want to arm
So
wrestle.
are we gonna remember to actually use in close quarters this time, Adam?
Yeah. I'll remember the actual. Yeah.
See, you missed something earlier, Lhaeo. He was in. We got attacked by this band of kobolds, and
here we go.
he pulled out a longbow from 5 feet away.
Well,
I killed the thing.
True, but you reached for your long sword and grabbed your longbow instead.
Well, what can I say? I'm good with long things.
Only weapons, though, right?
What?
I said only weapons, though, right?
Hey, let's talk to that wench. See what she said.
okay, so
not
Adam,
call her the wench.
Adam, did you put that longsword in your
Yeah, it's in my inventory.
Okay. I was looking to try to find it. Oh, refined longsword, there it is. There you go.
Thank you.
Now it's identified and you know exactly what it does.
Longsword +1.
Yep. So now whenever you roll your to hit and damage, that'll add a +1 to it as long as you're using that weapon.
Okay, cool.
This
so
this potion of healing.
Yes.
How many d6 are we looking at? Or what are we looking at roll wise?
It's 2d4 + 2.
Okay.
And just so you know, when you use it, like in the book, don't go by that one. If you can draw a weapon as a free action, you can grab a potion off of your belt or off of a bandolier as a free action. But to give it to somebody to drink,
that would be the action.
Will take your action.
Okay, and where would we go to actually use that in this? Would it just be from your inventory?
Yes, it would be from your inventory. You would move it from 1 to 0, and then you would say that you're using it, and that would end up being your action. Because otherwise, normally it takes 2 actions, one to pull it out, and then another one to put it in their mouth to give it to them. So that's one thing that we're going to do differently from the book. Because if you can draw a sword as a free action, you should be able to pull out a potion if you have it like on your hip, and you don't have it in some massive, huge bag or backpack.
Yeah, like if it was in a bag of holding or something, that would be a little different story.
Yeah, well, because the bag of holding, the way that I've always read it described is all you do is you think of the item you need and it comes to your hand immediately. To where a backpack, you're actually trying to find it. So,
yeah.
All right. So after you did all this, Lhaeo's laughing and drinking with you, and everybody's having fun. And you've noticed that it is very, very sparsely. Like you guys have been in this inn for like unbeknownst to you, many hours interacting and stuff like that. Everybody's been having fun and jolly, and they haven't even had to come and ask Adam or Nigel to sing or do anything right now, just because it's been a very festive night. Not many people have seen Lhaeo in a very long time, so every so often someone will come up, say hi, tell him, he'll ask how the kids are doing or how the wife's doing, and they'll socialize and interact. So Lhaeo's like, this has been quite entertaining. I have quite enjoyed this. I would like to also let you know, as far as I know, the way that it has happened. I tried to draw up what I was told about the area. If you would like, I can head back to Wilhelm's building, and I could try to finish a small little map of what it looks like that you're going to look for when you get to the tomb, Shraven's tomb. That way you kind of know what to look for.
That would be lovely. Any kind of intel we could get about the area would help immensely.
Absolutely. The map, the land side that uncovered the tomb, I believe it's in the area that we call the Giant's Crawl, which is just a not very fun way to say that this little area looks like the stomach of a giant. But you should have very little problem finding it once I'm able to finish this small little map. Now, as for anything that you might find down there, you can keep it, but I know I would pay very handsomely for any books in the tomb that you might be able to find of Shraven's that might be able to help Wilhelm and myself with creating any magical items for swords and various different techniques that he may have, because finding this tomb is potentially a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me, which is another reason why I would truly appreciate you getting there before those vials in Terram do.
And what's the going rate on those books?
It really depends upon what they cover.
Okay.
So I can let you know, but if it's good enough information, I will pay very, very handsomely for those. Now, I know I will be able to provide everybody with horses. So if you don't have any, I will be able to provide you with horses that will be able to help make the journey a little bit quicker.
Yeah, so I have a question for you.
Yes. No, absolutely.
So, if we're going there, we're looking for a sword, we're looking for books, other treasures. Do you happen to have any of those fancy backpacks people wear where they just seem to be able to put infinite amount of stuff in them?
I
would be helpful.
I could probably give you one to use, unless if you would prefer that I give you that as your payment upon completion, but I could give you one to use.
Hey, hang on. Hey, Nigel, are you going to take the land?
That depends. Are you taking the land?
Well, I was thinking if you take the land, I'll just live with you, and then I'll take the backpack.
I am not taking the land.
All right, fine.
I wasn't planning on taking the land either. I don't really like laying down roots at all, so...
I don't really like any of you.
Touche.
I will take the land.
Oh, right, yeah, I'll take the backpack instead of the land.
Yeah. Would I be correct in saying this would be a bag of holding, then?
Yeah, it would be a bag of holding, which I will put back into the party sheet section so you can grab that, and then I'll identify it on your character sheet once.
All right, Rune, you should probably take the bag of holding. They tend to get rather heavy.
Already done.
And then I will go to Rune's character sheet, and I will identify that for him. Where is that at? Oh, yeah, it's already identified. Never mind. So, just so we're clear, I will go back and I will finish the area, and I will give you that map that should be able to show you where it's at when you get near it. So what you're looking for, like any potential trees and stuff like that. I'll actually scry and get that area so I can draw it out to the best of my abilities. And I should be able to get that for you by morning. That way you can leave as soon as you want.
Before you go, Lhaeo, would you say you know this town very well? Who sells what, where I can find what?
Oh, absolutely.
I do need to pick up a small pearl. I don't know who sells that around here.
Ew, is it for identifying things?
It would, in fact, be for that, yes. A small trick I learned many, many years ago.
I very well could help you with that. He takes a big swig of his mead, reaches down into a smaller satchel, pulls out this very, very nice pearl. Because it's a pearl, right?
It is.
Okay. He's like, I believe this should do you very well. I will put it on loan to you. I'll put it on loan to you until you come back from the quest, and you can always return it. And if not, we could figure something out in giving it to you as part of your reward for completion of the quest, being you don't want the land.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, you are taking on a very large task with something of a group that is very, very dangerous, and I want to ensure the best possibility that you guys have at success. So now, Nigel, if you can make a perception check, or actually no, it's a passive thing. So let me roll. Oh yeah, okay. So Adeline comes walking in. It's very late. She's walking into the inn. You notice her very quickly because she bumps right into a table as she walks in, and you hear this, "Oh my goodness, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, shut up, you what?" Ugh. And then she looks directly at you, gives you a big smile, and then sits down at a table.
Nigel, who was that? He gave you this smoldering look.
All women give me smoldering looks where we go. You're going to have to be more specific.
Gentlemen, you
She was rather obvious about her attraction to you. She just ran into that table and told someone off.
I think she's DTF.
Do you even know what that means, Adam?
No, he doesn't, but
Down
he
to
says
fight.
lots of things.
She's down to...
Down to fight.
So,
wow. So you want to go ask her if she wants to fight, Adam?
Daniel, when you go to drink, take a drink from your mead, there's a small note underneath of your glass.
Oh no. What's it say?
Not under Adam's, under Daniel's glass.
Daniel.
I am going to check to see what he can read, so I can let him know what it says without you shenanigans being able to. Okay.
Wow.
So good. You guys go on.
Nigel stands up and excuses himself to the bar.
He's going to stroll up to Nigel.
He's going to Nigel gives him the finger flick, like he acknowledged what he said. Not much else. Goes up to the bartender and orders 2 glasses of their finest rum.
And he gets it up real quick, hands it to you.
What'll that be? I remember you saying anything besides the mead was not free.
This is Tarak. He's like, shh, just don't tell her. Don't let her know.
Gives him a smile and a nod. Thank you.
And then he gives a nod and turns and goes back to, cleaning up behind the bar.
So Nigel walks with both glasses of wine over to Adeline's table. Kind of doesn't hand it to her yet, kind of just eyeballs her from a standing position and says, well, you know how to make an entrance, but unfortunately it's at the wrong time. You missed the entire show.
Well, you know, the life of a shopkeeper is never a dull one. So I came as soon as I could.
Yes, the crowds that were flooding your shop, as he kind of just eyeballs the full bar.
Is that for me, or is that glass for me, or are you just going to stand there looking pretty?
Well, I always look pretty, as he hands the glass down on the table in front of her.
She takes it and just gives a slight little swirl and then a nice little sip from the wine. It's like, oh, you knew exactly what would hit the mood tonight.
Well, I know what I like, so it's usually a good bet.
She looks down at herself, looks at you, and she's like, I can tell you have fine taste.
Well, it's true. I'm not really certain of your taste, but...
She looks at you. She looks at you up and down, and she says, obviously good ones.
Damn, she's trying to get in your pants.
Yeah, but Nigel's not that kind of guy. He's not an Adam Goodbody, you know.
Adam Goodbody is very lonely, and
we can tell.
Wow.
So Lhaeo will continue to talk with the party and kind of answer any questions that you have. But Adeline is she wants to know if you're going to be willing to head to that shrine that is near Old Conyberry to procure that that information there.
Yes, I figured things would get around here. We are slightly sidetracked, if you will. We are actually being sent to a temple nearby, and I have agreed to undertake this task.
So she says, "Oh, really?" And you just like if you could make a insight. Oh gosh. Okay. So you clearly see she's trying to play you to make you feel bad about not doing what she wants you to do.
Right. Sorry, it's going to take more than crocodile tears. I'm a busy man. I have things I'm doing. The exciting life of an adventurer, as he's clearly mocking what she said about her shop.
Well, I can tell you where there's a large amount of gold that's located there. I have some items that I would like you to get, but I know there's a substantial reward.
We are talking about the destination I'm already heading to? You have interest there as well?
It's on the way. It's just a hop and a skip off of the Triboard Trail.
So I don't have the map that's being shown, right?
Oh, I thought I shared it. Yeah.
No. I'm looking at it right now, but Nigel does not have it with.
He doesn't have it with him. No, it's on the table back. It's back at the table where you were sitting with the rest of the group.
Sure. I was going to ask her to. Can I get up to go grab the map really quickly?
Yeah.
Sure. Nigel walks way back over to his old table, kind of picks up a little dainty corner of the map and says, borrowing this for a second. Don't mind.
Do you need any help with some pickup lines?
He looks flatly at Ruin and says, you will be the first one I ask if I do.
I'll wait for you.
Do I roll a deception check for that?
Not unless if Ruin wants to try to...
So, Nigel comes back, sets the map on the table, and says, all right, look, I can't make you any promises, but mark down here where you'd like me to be. and we'll see if we can make things work.
Well, I believe... I'm going to draw on this map. I believe it's right here. And she points at it. It's like just a hop and a skip from Old Conyberry, just south. Do you see it where I drew the black dot? Yeah, right about there. Like that's where I believe it's at. Like she's not drawing on it; she is just
pointing.
She's just pointing at it, so circling it with her finger.
Nigel kind of looks at the indentation she made, takes a sip from his wine glass. All right, what's the real deal here? You claim to be a humble shopkeep, but you clearly know a thing about swindling, a thing about being swindled. You have magic about you, and you happen to have just a little bit of business, if you will, at a shrine south of Old Conyberry. Not quite typical for the humble life of a merchant.
Well, we all have our little mysteries, don't we?
And I should endanger my life for a little mystery.
It's pish-posh. What endangerment could possibly be there? New Conyberry has been destroyed for, like 70 or 100 years? And this shrine has been empty for just as long.
Well, there's no danger, so clearly you can go pick it up yourself, right?
Well, I can't just leave my shop unattended.
Oh,
what if I need to make a sale? What if I need to make a sale? I would have missed your bright and shining face if I would have done something like that.
You're losing me.
Oh, I'll never use you, hon.
Losing.
Oh. Well, I don't think I'll lose you either.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's just say I am more than going to make it worth your time by telling you where to procure a large amount of gold. There are some books that were hidden in there, and they are about the area, and I would like them.
So you're a historian, too.
Well, a magic historian, and I believe these might help in some of my research.
The research that a humble merchant must do.
Well, a humble merchant of magical wares and goods.
He kind of takes one more gentle sip of his wine, kind of just looks at her deep in the eye and says, "Fine. We'll do it."
She's like, "Oh, yay!" Doing a light little golf clap.
Little golf clap.
You are so adorable. Thank you very much.
True.
So, once you procure those books and you bring them back, I'll give you a little extra items for that. I might be willing to make you something at no extra charge. I mean, I would just need you to pay for the item and, any of the materials. But my time, I would not charge you for.
All parts, no labor. Interesting.
And you get to keep all of the gold and treasures outside of those books I want.
Yes, the gold and the treasures that nobody has sought for 100 years.
Well, here's the explanation. The gold is hidden in plain sight. Nobody has found it because they either are too dim-witted to look and find it, or they are being way too analytical and searching in a very peculiar way. Now, I can tell you right now, those books, they are hidden under an altar. And under that altar, you will find there should be 2 books. And both of those books should be brought to me. They both are going to be leather-bound, and they are going to be written in a language that you may not understand. but if you just bring me those 2 books, I will be greatly appreciated. And as I said, I would be willing to make you that item.
He kind of just makes a mental note for himself and says, well, to business. And just raises his wine glass for a bit.
And she raises hers and does a little tap to it and then takes a nice good swig of the wine and says, truly delicious.
Truly. Make a strength check for the wine clink. Just shatters the glass all over each other. Nah.
Just splatters it all over. Yeah. It's just a very light tap, and she does a nice good drink. And she says, well, now that business is done, you have a good night, you delicious man. And then she stands up and walks out of the bar.
Did she finish her wine?
Oh, yeah. No,
okay.
It's empty.
He was going to finish it if she didn't. Finishes his wine, grabs both glasses, walks them back up to the bar, and then rejoins his compatriots.
I didn't care. You go to her place later?
Much later, yes.
All right.
What was that all about?
He's on a quest for Nookie too.
Oh. Speaking of Nookie, I think I'm going to try and find my wench and see if maybe I can go for a round.
Do you not even know her name?
I don't.
What kind of gentleman are you? You don't introduce yourself and ask her name.
I thought I did. I forgot her name.
Is her name actually Wench?
No, she has a name, but nobody's asked for it yet.
I was talking to.
How do you even succeed in pulling her into your spell without asking her name?
I got lucky, I guess.
It's his magic fingers.
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, my dear.
Just the ones on his left hand, because I'm assuming he's a right-handed player.
Is Lhaeo still sitting with us?
Oh, yes. Yes, he is. And he is laughing because he has been drinking quite a bit throughout the night.
Lhaeo.
Yes.
Oh, when you're heading back to go draw that map, mind if I walk with you?
Oh, no, absolutely. You can come with me.
Awesome. You just let me know when you're ready to go.
Okay.
Is the waitress that I stooped working? Is she behind the bar?
When you're looking around, you do not see her right now.
Oh.
Is Daniel still here?
I don't know. Is Daniel still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Just wondering. Because you two have been fighting over that waitress for a while.
A fight? You guys bet me I couldn't take her.
You still haven't won.
It's not a bet if nobody put up coin against you.
Oh, I did, though.
Did you?
Yeah, I threw a solid 3 gold into that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, the action or betting on it.
Fine. I was offered 6 gold to steal her from him.
He didn't do it. Yeah, and he didn't do it. It was a failure.
He hasn't done it yet.
Well, no, because technically, I said to steal her from him before anything else happens. The idea was to see who would get stooped first.
Oh, well, I guess you lost then. Pay up.
Oh, he didn't bet against us.
We just said
we were putting money on it if he could.
Well,
I mean, she's in my room right now, so.
Yeah, he gets his 3 gold from you, Aminor.
But nothing's even happened yet. Fine.
No. Don't you say up anything. You know what? No. Dion, I want to find out where her room is and try and stop this from happening. I want her to be in my room.
Okay, so here's the thing. You made a promise to her, and, good people keep their promises, right? You're not going to talk about what you just did with her, right?
Right.
Okay, so you're just gonna get up and head to his room now?
I mean,
If he knew his room was mine.
can I do an insight check to see if I know what room his is?
How about you gonna try to figure that out?
How would that be?
What?
Well, that's why I asked. How do you think? How would you go about trying to find out which room is Daniel's?
Probably by going up to the oh my gosh, hold on. Probably going up to like someone who has the keys to the room and be like, hey, listen, that guy lost the key. He asked me to go get it for him.
Okay, so like Turok, like the man behind the bar.
Yeah.
Who told you. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna go up to him.
He's talking, but I don't hear anything.
You don't hear me?
Do you guys hear anything?
Yeah.
Sure do.
Maybe I
hear
audio.
Okay, because okay. So, Adam,
yeah,
you are going to walk up to Turok, and I need you to make a deception.
Okay.
So you would roll your deception.
Hold on, I gotta get to my thing.
Character sheet. Yeah, that's fine.
Meanwhile, I head up to my room.
Deception. I don't have deception.
Okay, so you just roll straight 20.
Okay. Did it roll?
No, you got to double click on it.
He can, even if he doesn't have the
There you
skill
go.
in there.
So yeah, you're like, you say
Hold
that,
on.
and he's like, oh.
Wait, hold on. Oh, why is it like appearing twice?
You probably clicked it more than twice. You probably hit it like 3 times or 4 times.
Okay, well, can I take? Okay.
No, you take the first one.
Oh.
So he's like, well, if he needs the key, he can come and get it. I will gladly give it to him. While I appreciate everything that you did for tonight, I can't give you somebody else's room key.
Well,
No, never mind.
What?
He needs to learn this lesson.
It's like, I'm sorry, good sir.
Oh.
Here's another drink, and then hands you another tall cup of mead.
Thanks. Could you put this on Daniel's tab?
Absolutely.
All our drinks were free. It's not going to cost me a damn thing.
Oh my god. All right. You know what? I give up. Thanks for the drink. I'm just gonna.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna join the party at the table. Play my lute, rather sadly.
So, Lhaeo's like, well, with all this amazingness that's been going on tonight, I do need to get back to finish this map. So, Rune, if you want to walk with me back, I could always use the protection and make sure that I get back to Wilhelm's.
Absolutely, be my pleasure.
I think I'm just gonna stay here and play alone for a little bit.
All right.
I'm needing some extra cash. Do I see any like dice games or any kind of games of chance going on around the tavern?
Not right now, no. There was some throughout the night, but like it really didn't do a whole lot because like it was a very festive mood after the song. So there is not really any going on right now.
Sorry about that.
No. I'm just trying to think of ways I can make some extra cash.
I know how you can make some extra cash.
How is that?
Alrighty. I will pay you. How much do I have? Let's see. Where do I find out how much gold I have?
It's in your inventory.
Inventory and the.
Yeah, you should have. You should have 15 gold. Like, everybody started with 15 gold, and I don't think anybody spent any of it yet.
Okay. I have 3 gold and 5 silver.
Okay. But Adam,
yeah.
Adam, you only have 8 gold right now.
I only have 8 gold right now?
Yes, and when you walked into this town, you did have 15.
Shit, where did I spend all my money?
That's a very good question.
Oh, hold on.
Because if everything was for free...
Yeah.
Then how did I end up spending 8 gold? Or 15 from 8.
7.
7 gold, yeah.
Yeah.
How did I spend 7 gold?
You can sit at the table trying to figure out and think about it, and you have no idea.
So you said you had a good paying job for me. What was that, Adam?
Why don't you look for the waitress and bring her over to me, and I'll give you 5 gold.
Okay. Would that be passive or active?
What? Like for looking?
Yes.
Investigation.
If you're going to actively look for it, it would be investigation or perception, whichever's higher, whichever one you're going to try to use.
My charisma is a +3. My perception is 13. Passive.
Well, your perception's off of your wisdom. So, yeah.
My perception, I'm proficient, so I'm gonna take the. I mean, both of them are technically +3, but I get a perception bonus for for proficiency bonus for perception. 21.
Okay. You do not see her in here, and you know that you haven't seen her for probably a good, maybe hour.
She's been gone. She's not around here. She hasn't been here for like a solid hour, Adam.
We'll go find her
Everybody,
and
roll
bring her
initiative.
here.
Lhaeo tells our adventurers about an ancient sword of incredible power and wants them to retrieve the sword for him. Despite Adam seemingly winning the bet, it appears the competition continues and it forces Adam to turn to a dark side. Will everyone leave unscathed? Find out next time on Tenno Way.
Roll initiative.